What's up, ass lickers? I'm McStud.
I'm Mrs. McStud's.
And it's Titty Tuesday, right? What about Tangy Twat Tuesday?
That's not.
Tangy Twat? Terrible titty?
No.
What?
Where's my hand?
Ooh, how'd you do that?
I don't know.
Jesus Christ. Anyways, welcome to the McStud Show. What? Sorry.
Get your fucking fingers out of my face.
Sorry. You never bitch about it any other time.
Yeah, I do.
No, you don't. You're like, put your fingers all in my mouth.
That's disgusting.
No, it isn't. You're like, I'm going to suck on your middle finger. Like it's a ginormous dong. Remember that story you told me? The little dong that could? There was a little engine that could, and there was a little dong that could. The best version of the little engine that could is done by Major Payne. Right or wrong?
No. Yes.
I was like, no. I was like, you love that movie. You raggedy bitch. Anyways.
I just wanted to disagree. And
This
that
is
I
true.
did.
Sometimes she likes to do that just because she can.
Yeah.
And she's like, she just does it to irritate me. But it doesn't irritate me.
You.
Am I wrong though?
No.
That face though when you said that. Jesus Christ. How was your day, Miss McStud?
I don't know. Let's see if I get myself fired tomorrow.
Oh boy, and why would you get yourself fired?
First off, I hit a desk.
She hit a desk. Was it your desk?
First off, yes. But it still wasn't probably the smart thing to
Is that proper workplace environment behavior?
do. It is when they're being bitches, and I don't want to go to jail for knocking one of them fucking out.
So, long story short, Miss McStud is at the end of her rope with these bitches. Would you say that's correct?
Yeah,
Miss
since
McStud.
I did it last week.
Are you excited for tomorrow?
No,
No?
I'm not scared though either.
Are you coming home at 10?
I might be home
9:30?
before that.
8:45?
I'm going to my desk to turn on a timer
Mm-hmm.
straight to the supervisor.
And you hear a meeting?
Yep.
Well, that works.
I did think about getting Starbucks just because
Just some kind of
I might need it.
something to alleviate something.
Yeah.
You know what we got? If I would have known, or if I would have thought about it, one of those coffee frappuccino, the white bottle thing you can throw in your Starbucks. You're gonna take a few sips out of it and mix it in.
Oh, I thought you meant a can of Starbucks. What are you talking about?
No, remember that little hard alcohol? It's like coffee flavored. It's in the white bottle. I can't remember the name of it.
Oh,
They made
rum
that-
chata.
Rum chata, but they made like the coffee chata
Yeah.
or some shit. Yes, that's what it was. You remember?
That's one of my favorite.
Yeah, I can't believe you remembered. Shit, I couldn't remember it. Yes, the coffee flavored one. You just dip it in there. Pour that bitch in. Get the big bottle though, not the little
Yeah.
tiny shot. Get like the double shot one. Then you'll be good to go.
That I would be.
So, Mrs. McStud, I believe we have a story for our fans. But first, I'd like to give another shout out to Chad Hancock, the only person that asked us how we were doing
I don't even
during
know
this whole
most of
move.
the time.
I mean, other than your family. But yeah, that's about it.
Yeah.
And we never met the dude. He lives in Texas.
I want to go to Texas.
Yes,
Yes, I do.
yes.
I've always wanted to go to Texas.
There you go. Everything's bigger in Texas,
I
they
gotta go do
say.
a rodeo.
Oh, yeah?
In Texas?
I'm sure they have rodeos in Texas.
I'm almost 100% they do.
You can see your cowboys in the big belt buckles and the
Oh.
tight pants with a nice cowboy hat
Mm-hmm.
with a big bulge.
Okay.
Yes. But so,
But they also have tallywhackers.
is that in Texas too?
I'm pretty sure it
This Tallywhackers, if you guys didn't know, is the equivalent
is. Tallywhackers.
of, it's for females, but it's the equivalent of Hooters for dudes, I guess. Whoever goes to Hooters to see bitches. But these guys wear what? Speedos or some shit?
I think they wear them underwear. Like that little nose thing.
Banana hammock?
Yeah,
Mr. Nose?
I think.
Oh, God.
I think.
But, I mean, Mrs. McStud loves some Hooters, and I would totally go to Tallywhackers with you. And I'd probably get hit on.
Probably.
I was telling your son how I get hit on by dudes a lot
Oh.
today. I gave him some of the stories. Remember Mr. Chad? Yes, I explained where I kept my badge down by my dick. And we didn't realize until we got to the car. I looked down and was like, that's how he knew my name. He was looking at my dick.
That was great.
That was not great. And then there was that other dude that looked like Milky from Me, Myself, and Irene with long hair. He gave me his little grins and looked at me like all shy.
And then that one guy going through the drive-thru that had
Touched
to
my hand.
brush your
Told me have a nice day.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get it a lot. It's okay. Used to be my what?
How to brush your hand and wink.
He used to be my roommate in college. And I always laughed at him. I thought it was funny. Now it happens to me. Semi-frequently, really. But yeah, we got a story for you guys. So, what's that?
Scott Dixon is on in pole position for 85.
Oh, you didn't know that?
No.
Oh, I figured you've been, because I know you've been looking to see what's going to be on TV. He got that. Yeah, he got that.
Man, I've been trying to find out. Like they have a special message, but I have to listen.
Oh. Let me just start by asking you, Miss McStud. How long would you say you have been using iPhones?
12 years.
Well, we've been together 10 years this September.
Yeah.
You had an Android. You had a Galaxy when we got together.
Did I?
Yes, and it was...
No, I had an iPhone.
No,
I
you
had a white iPhone
No,
because he was on my plane too.
that was after that. Because when I first... I remember I didn't have a smartphone, and you talked me into getting the updated Galaxy, because I use your phone for the internet, like pay some of my bills at the time. Like, oh my God, you had this, because you had that thick ass case. I never knew what an OtterBox was till I met you. And you had that little belt thing strapped on your belt. Okay, so you've had, I'd say, not 8 to 9 years.
Yeah.
You've had an iPhone. Okay. So she was helping with some homework earlier, and she was taking pictures on her camera, which is normal for her to do, or she takes pictures of the, no big deal. I never thought anything of it. So she wanted me to read something off for her, so she gives me her phone, but her phone shuts off. So I get back on her phone, and when you use the camera on the iPhone, and you take a picture, you can click that little picture in the bottom left corner, and it'll take it to that. But when the phone locks, then you have to go to the Photos app. So that's what I did, because it's called Photos. And she goes, how did you get all my pictures like that? I'm like, I clicked on the Photos app. And she just kind of looks at me, I'm like, why? She's like, I always go to my photos to my camera. So whenever she pulls her camera up, she just clicks on the picture.
This is what I do. Like whenever I want to see all of them or whatnot, like I say I'm trying to fill that photo thing.
Mm-hmm.
I got all photos.
Okay. So close out of your camera app. Okay, close out of that. Now, click on the Photos app. Bam. There they are. I know, but it doesn't go away when you close it. It's always there, and you can choose.
What do you mean?
If you're on your camera and you get off your camera, you got to hit that button again. When you get off Photos, it's still going.
I just understood. Because yeah, I'm always having to go back.
You guys have just witnessed a moment with Mrs. McStud. That's a big, it's a breakthrough.
I never understood.
It's a breakthrough. It's not an intervention.
So
it's a breakthrough.
hold on, I want to see something.
Oh my God, here we go. Now
Okay,
she's.
okay, I got that dog up.
Mm-hmm. You don't have to go through the whole
That's
thing.
amazing.
9 years. 8 to 9 years. She just learned this tonight. And the app says photos. For the Android we used to have, it was gallery. iPhone is photos. OMG.
That's amazing.
You know what your son's been saying a lot?
Hmm.
LOL. And that's what I'm going to leave it at. LOL. We've had a breakthrough with Mrs. McStud. Everyone give
On
her...
a side note, look how cute that dog is.
That is not a cute dog.
I'm gonna send it to you.
Will you show this picture? Show that picture on
Yeah.
the camera.
Just a second.
So I get this picture of this tiny dog that I always hear about at her job.
I'm gonna say I want one.
It's the owner's dog.
Hey, but you want a cat.
I know, and you're gonna have your
And-
you're gonna have your special
No,
little
you
dog.
want a cat, and that's about equivalent size of a cat.
Oh, a cat's bigger than that. But that's but you want your little lap dog too.
Mm-hmm.
So you'll have that. Let me zoom in on this thing. Oh God. Let us go back to photos. Oh my God. There's that. The little dog with the
I texted you.
and the bows. And
You need to look at it, because I want one of them.
what kind of collar is that?
A what?
Does it have a shock collar
I believe so.
to keep it from barking?
Yes.
That little thing has a shock collar? That probably jolts the bejesus out of it.
That's our office dog, and I want one.
FFS.
So fucking cute, but it has more clothes than I have.
What do you say? What do you say?
Fuck you.
What do you
He
say?
says LOL. The fuck?
Oh God.
It's so cute. Look at her.
And how does that thing walk around? It doesn't walk though, does it? It jumps.
Hops like a bunny.
It hops like a bunny. Oh, so its legs don't even move, it just hops? Oh my God. Oh my God.
Look at it. He says it's my shoe size.
I don't even know if it's that, Raymond.
Look at her.
Oh my God. That might fit my jock strap.
You have to show this picture because you can see her two hair bows.
Oh my
She
God.
had, what are those called? Pigtails.
Pigtails? Oh. Lord Jesus. There you go, Miss McStud. But that's okay, because she wants a dog like that, but I want a bald cat. Right?
Yes.
I want the bald Sphinx. Ever since Austin Powers and Dr. Evil was frozen with Mr. Bigglesworth, and part 2 came out, and Mr. Bigglesworth was a bald cat, I've always wanted one.
He said that Tutu is bigger than the dog.
This is true. Oh my God. So, there's that.
The dog has more clothes than I have.
This is true, and you just learned what the Photos app was on iPhone.
Oh, that's amazing. That's an amazing thing I don't know how I did it.
Wow. I love you, baby. I really do. This is what we go through sometimes. Like, she has like an epiphany, and just there's a realization. It's like, oh, it was that easy. Yes, it's always been that easy. You just took the long road. And I'm a streamliner. I like to take the shortest path to the goal. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, I'm not perfect at it. The kids got to show me some things every once in a while, because I just don't have time to fuck around like the kids do. When I was younger, yeah, that's all I have is time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
When I was younger, we didn't have phones like this. Actually, my first cell phone was that old Nokia that
Oh,
was
Lord,
like
that one
long.
that don't even fold.
Doesn't fold. It's long. It has a built-in antenna up top, and it had the green screen.
You're showing your real age, so.
And I was on Verizon at the time, and my monthly plan had 20 minutes of
You
talk
talk to
time.
people after hours.
Huh?
Who was that? Cell to cell. Oh, did they have cell to cell?
Yes.
Like after 9 or 10?
Yes.
So you talk to people then.
Well.
That's what you had to call your hit back.
Well, no, I didn't realize it. So my buddies had cell phones, but they had plans with minutes. I didn't realize what my plan was. Because at the time, I was 16, 17 or something. I was like the first person in my cell phone with in my school with a cell phone. So when I got to college, you know, my buddies had these phones, and you know, they'd talk on them all the time. I didn't think nothing of it. So I started using mine.
So your mom got her bill?
So my mom got her bill. She about shit her fucking panties. Fuck.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when I got on Sprint. And I actually got a plan with some fucking minutes. It was before the unlimited, but you know, you used to be under your minutes.
Yeah.
And it still was after night weekends, or weekends were free and nights were free after 7 o'clock.
After 7?
Yes.
Damn.
And
I thought it was 9.
and there was a limit on text messages, but no one texted a whole lot back then. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, that was whatever. You know, that reminds me of another story. So it was my 3rd year in college when we got our house, and I had a bank account through the same bank my mom did, and at that time online banking had just started. About all you could really do was check your balance. You know what I mean?
Right.
It was nothing major. And so I had my debit card at the time, which was still fairly new. Showing my age again. But then I discovered eBay. Okay, and this was when my DVD addiction began.
Oh, Lord.
And long story short, I don't know if I'm on short of it. I'd maxed out a bunch of credit cards in college, so I was addicted. So you're like, oh shit, I got a credit card, and they try to get you. You're young, you don't think about that shit at the time.
Right.
And it's like, oh, then what? You don't realize the consequences. Especially like no one really had credit cards in my family. Very few people did. So it was nothing we really discussed, nothing we really had. So I had a couple credit cards, and but I had the credit cards and my bank card linked to my eBay account. So I got to drinking one night in college, and I wanted to order all these fucking DVDs.
Oh, God.
I had like a $3,000 limit or some shit on my credit card.
Where is that now?
My credit sucks now. So I'm a bit drunk, okay? So I'm ordering all these DVDs. Some of them came from my credit card. At some point, they got switched to my bank card. And it might have been a couple days later, my mom calls me. And she's like, your account's overdrawn by like $300 and some. I'm like, what? I was like, I didn't use my bank card. I thought I used my credit card. I was like, I didn't use my bank card. So I had to call the bank and figure out, I was like, I'm not sure because I didn't use my bank card for anything. They start running down these transactions, and I recognized some of them. It was all my DVD purchases from eBay on my drunk night. So I had to pay back all that fucking money from my bank account because I'm an idiot. And that was a lot.
Did you pay it back? Or your mom?
I did for my student loans. But that was a lesson well learned. Don't get drunk and buy shit online.
Well, you didn't learn too much because then you went and bought a fucking TV.
But that wasn't online, and I had the card in my hands. I knew what I was using. But so at the time, I had a Firebird, and I decided to go to Walmart late one night, intoxicated. Shouldn't have been there. A lot younger, a lot stupider. And I thought I was going to buy this nice 27-inch TV, and they weren't flat screen back then. It was a flat screen TV, don't get me wrong, but the TV, it wasn't a flat screen TV like you see now. Like, they don't sell these motherfuckers anymore. These are the big, heavy motherfuckers that, weigh 70 fucking pounds. So it's like 4 something in the morning. I'm at Walmart. I told this, no one's working in electronics. I'm like, I want that TV. So I pay for it, and he wheels it all the way out to my car. And I didn't think this went through either. the size of the box. Firebird's open with a little hatch in the back. I'm like, well, just throw it in there. You know, the hatch can stay open. I don't have a long drive. So this fucking hatch is open with this giant fucking TV. Because I get it home, and, you know, this is a school night.
Oh, when you were supposed to be sleeping.
It was a bowling night. So I had my league bowling, so I drank a lot. And I decided, hey, I came home, I was like, man, I really want a TV in my room. So I went and bought a TV. I worked at the bowling alley, had a job, I could pay for it. And then I get home, I'm like, man, I gotta get this in the house. And my one roommate that I told you about my freshman year, slept early, he lived in our house with us. But his bedroom is right inside the front door. And my bedroom is just to the right. And my other roommate, he was on the wrong end of the house. We were the loud end of the house. He needed to go over there. But they were all quiet over there too, so he just kind of got back to the mix. And that sounds like the dog.
He's into something.
He's tall enough to get on the table.
What is it?
The Buster's dog food bowl.
Oh, yeah. You have to set that back.
Yeah, I just realized that.
He thought he was hungry.
You crafty little shit. So I get this TV home, and it's heavy, okay? So we have a deck on the front of our house, and I get the TV onto the deck, and I start scooting it. And I get to the front door, I scoot this bitch all the way inside. All the way to my bedroom. You know, and of course, you know, I'm ready to watch TV, so I gotta open it up. Open this box, I gotta pick this motherfucker out, it's got all the styrofoam and shit, and I gotta fucking... It was a whole mess. Woke him up.
What did you watch first on it?
I just used my DVD player. I hooked my computer up to it because I didn't have a DVD player at the time. But I had the cords, so I hooked it up to my computer so I could watch movies from my computer. Then I got an Xbox, like the first Xbox. So I sat there and play
I had an Xbox 360.
I had one of those too. I had like the...
first game.
Well, the thing is, I had a PS2 at the time, but that got stolen from me. So we got robbed. Like, the dude robbed us while we were in a fucking house.
Oh.
Now, remember that story?
Yes.
Crafty bastards. But yeah, I was like the idiot of the house, really. Did I ever tell you guys a story about the can man? Did I tell you about the can man, baby?
Yes.
Oh. I don't know if I want to know her story on video. So when I worked at the bowling alley in college, I worked with this dude who lived like just right around the corner on the block from me. And this is where I learned my love of Keystone Light at the time. Because it was cheap, you get a 30-pack. So eventually we got to know each other. He's like, hey, just come over, we drink on our porch every night. So he's like, let's get you a 30-pack, we'll come over and drink. So I did, I go grab a 30-pack and we sit there and drink. I was like, he didn't have a trash can, but I noticed all these cans in his yard. Someone's like, where are you looking at these cans? He's like, oh, to sell them in the yard. I'm like, what? He's like, nah, there's this homeless dude, we call him the can man. He comes around, he's like, I told him the other day, he's like, just come here every morning with all the cans you want. And this dude had to come and pick them up. And he would, because he took them over to the door shop. Yeah, I got money for him. So I was like, okay, so that's what we do. We throw the cans in the front yard. So that was like a nightly thing for us. When I should have been home studying or something. So our deck, you've seen the house we live in, if you're by it, has a deck, and it had this like, looked like a little bar on the front, but it was like a storage area in the back. So we always kept when we weren't having house parties, we kept our extra keg underneath that part. Because sometimes roommates leave cans on the deck. And the can man, you know, he roams around, takes whatever cans he can see. So I'm walking home from class one day, and I see the can man off to the side in an alley dragging a keg. And I thought it was hilarious, like, this motherfucker got a keg. So I come home, I tell the roommates, like, dude, I saw the can, man. He's dragging a whole keg through the alley. And one of my roommates was like, it wasn't our keg, was it? I'm like, no, he wouldn't have our keg. And I started thinking, I was like, I hope he doesn't have our keg. And then I remembered he was on the porch that morning, so I could hear him collecting cans. And I went out to the porch, he took our keg. And I drove around trying to find that motherfucker. He didn't come around anymore after that. And took our whole fucking keg to the recycling center. I got some money out of that bitch. Yeah. I was like, oh, that was hilarious, until I realized it was our fucking keg that got stolen. Because that's a whole deposit, you know, you gotta pay. Yes. Life was a mess.
Well, that's because you're a mess.
This is true. Done a lot of dumb shit back in those days. Like I was the teabagging guy. Yeah, when people would get drunk and passed out at our house, you don't pass out at our house because what happens?
You get balls to the nose.
You get balls to the face. I would teabag motherfuckers. We had little disposable cameras, and you would get, you know,
Teabagging and then proof of it.
Proof of the teabagging. You know, later. That came back to bite me in the ass later on, because then I got teabagged and ass cheeks on my face and Sharpied all over my face, dicks on my head. But I was the one they called when someone passed out. Like, oh shit, time to teabag someone. I go grab my little disposable camera, and I had to take it to Meijer to get it developed because Walmart, that's inappropriate. Meijer didn't give a fuck. Like, they probably laughed their ass off some of the fucking photos we had.
Seriously?
Yes. That was a goddamn mess in itself. You know what I mean?
I'm tired all of a sudden.
Well, you've had a long, rough week. Really. And I don't think it matters how much you sleep. Like, you can sleep for 12 hours and still probably be tired with what's going on.
Yeah.
Right now, it sucks. But you're about to have some Totino's pizza.
I didn't say that.
You know the worst thing Totino's ever did?
What?
Put their pizzas in bags.
Because you can't get it off there.
Because I don't know how you guys do frozen pizza, but we put it on the fucking. I opened the box up and I use that as my fucking. I put the pizza on it. And Totino's was easy. You just pop it out the box, open it up, and cut it. Now they got a bag, so I got to put it on a fucking paper plate. Stupid. Fucking stupid. But hey, you did get a shower tonight.
I did.
You feel better?
Yes.
Yes.
It was amazing. It was hot though.
Yes, because you like to take the hot, steamy showers. But I did put a couple things in the attic today.
And my water pressure is not that good either.
Yeah.
They're at my parents, but they at least have soft water. Made my hair soft. Good pressure. One time. Fucking amazing.
Speaking of, I got to call around for water softeners tomorrow from Awake. Try to get us a water softener because Miss McStud's hair does not do good without soft water.
Right.
So we're going to try to get that hooked up in the house. Yeah. I tried to pick up a little bit in the living room for you.
Thank you.
And get some laundry folded. I still got another load in the dryer to fold. I think some of your son's socks are in there. I have to order like 3 pairs of his today. What we already had. But I'm pretty sure we probably got some laundry in a box. Or it's buried under a bed.
What?
Laundry in a box, or it's buried under a bed. You know what I mean?
Oh.
These kids just throw their stuff on the floor, and the dogs like to take it.
Yeah.
And if it's like Malachi, he likes to hoard it under the under our bed. He's a little hoarder. He knows that's like his safe spot. He just grab it and take it under there. And he's getting smart and getting in the middle of it, so I can't reach it.
Oh.
He's a very smart dog. But I did teach him to shake. I actually said shake today,
Yeah.
and he did it.
Oh yeah. He
Before I
did
fed
for
him?
me too.
Yeah, I was like, well, try it, just because a high five it's not really a high five. Better to say shake. Pops his paw up there, it's cute as shit. See, I'm good like that. Now I think it's like go potty. potty training
I
would be
really
amazing.
want them to do potty training.
Yes. What's on the agenda for tomorrow, Miss McStud?
Not to get fired.
Not to get. Yeah, you know, most people have a general agenda. She's like, I just hope I don't get fired tomorrow.
Yeah.
Real talk. It's real.
Yeah, I warned you, so typically when I warn you, it happens.
Oh, I told you I didn't need a warning. I know you're Miss McStud's string is cut to its end. It's never good.
It's that, or I'm going to be violent.
It's that or jail.
Yeah, pretty much. That's your options right now.
Your hair still looks really good, though. It feels really good. It's soft. I'm glad you got it cut. Oh God, I better not do that.
I'm going to be best friend.
She'd be falling asleep on video and shit. She's like, oh Lord, rub my head.
I got a fucking pimple right there for my sunglasses.
Oh, goddamn.
See it?
Yes, I do. That sucks. That's a poor area, too.
Yeah, actually, I'm wearing pictures. Which is weird. Weird that I have two pimples at the same time.
Yeah?
In two of my areas.
You don't typically get those.
I don't.
No. Typically, I don't get them either until after I shave. I guess like they're not really pimples. They're like little tiny ingrown hairs. Like ingrown hairs a little bit. But they're not like major ingrown hairs. Every once in a while I get the major ones.
Yeah.
And it fucking sucks a bag of dicks. We're at 31. You good? Alright. We're at 31 minutes. We didn't finish our drinks, but
Oh, someday finish this.
that's alright. But we've
But I'm trying to decide if I can even eat pizza. I'm tired. I'm afraid I might fall asleep and then pick it apart again.
we need to microwave you some burgers.
I don't know. But it's pretty bad.
I'm sorry, baby.
It's fine.
It's been a rough week. You need to take your Zoloft.
I just need a drink.
You just need a drink and take your Zoloft.
Okay.
Because it might help some. Anyways, motherfuckers, thanks for watching. I'm McStud.
I'm Mrs. McStud.
We'll catch you bitches tomorrow for a Wacky Wiener Wednesday. He says, deuces, bitches. Fuck that.